Today I just want to talk about the trophy systems in gaming and why I feel they've kind of ruined modern gaming. Now, look, people will say, "Oh, trophies are the most entertaining part of most games. They are so good. You have something to do in these games," as if you didn't have something to do in these games initially. But yes, I understand it gets more people to play together. It gets more people to enjoy games together and say, "Did you complete this trophy? I completed it." But we've lost touch with what gaming is meant to be. It's not meant to be a grind to say, hey, you need to get 100,000 hours on a skateboard in Tony Hawk to get this trophy. It shouldn't have to be like that complicated. Modern gaming and modern trophies should just be like, okay, you've completed the game. You completed this level of the story. Here you go. This is a trophy. And some games do that. They allow you to complete the game through gameplay and through following the story. But it is not meant to be as complicated as it's becoming. One thing with Nintendo that I really like, and the Switch consoles, is that they don't do trophies. And why is that? Because I think the Nintendo development team are smart enough to say, hold on, this is not necessarily what we need to be doing. We need to be focused more on user experience and overall enjoyability of the games. And yes, in terms of scale, something like Breath of the Wild is massive. But they focus in on a good Mario game, like a 2D Mario game like Mario Wonder, that is immersive as well. So they understand that not everything has to be a trophy. And yes, it would be good if they implemented some sort of trophy system, that just at least one. Just each game you complete, they could at least give you one trophy and say, okay, so-and-so completed this game on this date. Here you go, here's a trophy. You only really need one trophy at the end of the day. And that's the completion, the platinum trophy as Sony call it. And I've completed a lot of games. Sorry, my eyes are watering because I got a light shining right in my eyes. As I showed in my my channel update, the last channel update I did, I've got this big round circle lamp or whatever it's called. And yeah, it's just blaring into my eyes at full brightness. So yeah, that's why my eyes are a bit watery at the moment. But yeah, something like Sony, the Platinum Trophy, that is... I used to complete a lot of games just to get that Platinum Trophy. And then they'll add DLC on top of it, and I'll be like, oh, but I've already platinumed the game. I don't want to go back to it. It's like... And they expect you to grind through. It's like, I completed Minecraft on PS4, the PS4 edition. I completed it, platinumed it, and then they kept adding DLCs, and my trophy count just kept going down and down and down. And I was like, well, screw it. I'm just going to play PS4 version from now on. I don't care about these new ones. I don't care about getting the trophies on these new ones. To me, I've completed the game, and I don't care to earn the new trophies. And I get it. Some people like chasing those trophies. I get that some people enjoy it. Some people enjoy the thrill. Some people enjoy to post on social media and say, hey, I completed this far. This is the trophy I got. I get it. Some people enjoy that. I'm of the belief that a simple game doesn't need trophies. It really only needs one. If you need to give it a trophy and must, give it one trophy, and that's when they complete the game or the story, the main story. Not the sub-quest, not so on and so forth. The main story. When they complete the game, what you consider the game, that's when the trophy should be given. And I get it. There are hardcore gamers who want to complete everything. But then in the game, you have the percentages. Just take a photo of the percentages. You can show that you've completed the game another way. But yet, I feel like trophy systems ruined gaming because it gave these unrealistic expectations of like, oh, well, if you want to platinum this game, like Tony Hawk, I was looking at some of their achievements on there, and it was like, you must complete 100,000 hours of this and this or whatever it is. It was some weird, insane, it might have been 100,000 minutes, I don't know, but there was some insane one I was looking at, and I was like, who's going to play it this much? Like, I get there's hardcore gamers, but my gosh, we've lost track of what makes gaming fun, and it's not grinding to complete trophies. It's just sitting down in front of a TV or in front of your portable if it's a Switch, and just being like, okay, I want to play a bit of Mario. I want to play a bit of The Last of Us. I want to play a bit of Horizon Zero Dawn. I want to play a bit of Halo. And just zoning out and being like, don't worry about the rest of the world. You're just there in front of that game enjoying the experience. We've lost track of that with modern gaming, and we've lost track of it with trophies, because trophies force us to say, hey, even if you completed the whole story, you haven't completed the game. Go back and play it again. And I get it. That's what gets playtime out of games. I get people come back and be like, oh, well, I don't want to not complete the game. I better go back and play it again. And in something like Red Dead Redemption 2, you can't actually get the trophies any other way than playing through it again. You have to do it a certain way to get a certain trophy. And if you don't save at a certain point, you'll have to go back and start all over again. And that's just annoying, because I've completed Red Dead Redemption twice, and I still don't have all the trophies. I'm just like, well, I don't care at this point. I enjoyed the game twice. It was a great game. But it shouldn't be a dependence on the trophy system to say, well, gamers haven't completed this game unless they've played it 16 times in 14 different ways. It's like, yeah, cool, but can we at least focus in on the user experience? It should just be, okay, this user has completed the entire game, and they do give you trophies for that. But it should be the platinum trophy they give you for completing the story mode of that game. And then everything else is a side quest or whatever. Have 2 tiers of trophies. Have the storyline, which is the platinum trophy, and then have a second tier of trophies. Anyone who wants to go and play through and get all the niche little ones, have that as a second tier, but it still shows that people completed 100% of the main game. So yeah, I think modern gaming shouldn't be as complicated as it is. It should just be, with trophies, it really should just be, here's the game, enjoy, we think we've created a great game for you, and we really hope you enjoy it. That's what it should be. It shouldn't be, but you haven't completed the game if you haven't put in 4,000 hours. It shouldn't be that. And I think that kind of ruins a lot of the potential fan bases of games. Don't get me wrong, there are stuff like Skyrim where people will put huge amount of hours into that game. Or even Minecraft, people will put huge amounts of hours into Minecraft. But to say like, oh, we want you to sit there and play, what's another game? We want you to play WWE 2K23, what is it, 2K24. We want you to play 2K24 WWE, we want you to get every trophy, play this, this, and this, put in this amount of hours, and then literally like 9 months later, they're releasing 2K25. It's like, I get it, it gives you a time limit, but it's also like, it shouldn't be that sort of expectation of like, you haven't completed the game unless you've got every single trophy you can imagine. I think trophies ruin modern gaming, and it ruined how we played and enjoyed games. And some people enjoy it. I'm not saying people don't enjoy it. I'm saying, for me, I felt that something like the PS2 generation, which was the last truly offline generation, even though, look, PS2 had some online capabilities, but it wasn't like PlayStation Network on the PS3. It wasn't like you have trophies, you have your friends connected, you have everything. PS2 did have some internet capabilities, but it was not the same as what came after it. So you could just enjoy a game. You could just say, okay, I've completed the game, I've completed the story. And then, something like GTA San Andreas would have stats in the menu that would say, oh, you've completed this much, and this, you've done this, this, and this. So you could still track things, but it wasn't necessarily, hey, if you don't do this, you haven't completed the game, and we're not going to show it to your friends or whatever. You completed the game another way. And I think we've lost track of that in modern gaming. Trophies should not be an expectation to, hey, have you completed the game? It's like, cool, I played Red Dead Redemption twice, which is 1 time more than most people have because it's so massive. And don't get me wrong, there are people who've played it a lot more than I have. But I've played it twice, and I enjoyed it twice. And at no point when I was enjoying that game did I say, I have to 100% get this trophy, get this trophy, get this trophy. Oh, I better go off what I'm doing to go and try to get this trophy, this niche little trophy that is only available at 1 time during the game. I get it. Some people enjoy that thrill and trying 100% every game. To me, it's just like the user experience. Do I enjoy playing this game? Have I enjoyed the experience of interacting with this game? And at the end of the day, if I feel like I can't truly enjoy the game as it was intended because I'm running off trying to get trophies, I stop pursuing the trophies. I'm just like, you know what? Don't worry about the trophies. I want to see the storyline as they've intended. There are times where I'll get off track, like with GTA 5, I constantly got off track and was just like, oh, really? Cool. I'm not even going to bother with the missions. I'm going to go and play the Trevor Phillips, what's it called? Trevor Phillips Enterprises or Trevor Phillips Industries, whatever he called it. Just doing those flight runs and all that. I was like, they were some of the most fun missions in the whole GTA game. But I'd run off and just do that and be like, okay, cool, I can do side quests. But it was my own decision. I wasn't because there was a trophy associated with it, and I'm sure there was a trophy associated with it. But it wasn't because of that. I was just like, cool, yeah, I can do this, and I can have a bit of fun, and I'm enjoying myself. That's the user experience. And that's what gaming should be focused on. It shouldn't be on grind away until you have this trophy. It shouldn't be on that. It should be on enjoy gaming as it was intended. If you get the trophy, you get the trophy. But also development teams from the studio should be saying, okay, cool. If someone puts in this amount of hours and completes our game, let's give them platinum. Like we believe they've done platinum, rather than grinding away 100,000 hours or whatever, some insane thing that no one's ever going to complete and no casual gamer is ever going to complete. I think there is room for trophies, but they should be far more simpler than they are. They don't have to be that complicated. Because at the end of the day, the overall experience of the game should be within the game, not on, go back to the main menu. What's the next trophy? It shouldn't be that. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.